Hello, our SeptaSOAREous.
I'm Septa.
I'm Soar, and this is us. And today, we finally can bring you some Paramore.
Yes.
After 5 long years, they have finally released their next single/music video.
Pew, pew, pew.
Bing, bing.
Finally. Yes, if you've watched a lot of our videos, you know that I am a huge fan of Paramore and Hayley Williams herself. So I am very excited for this. And I have no idea what we're getting into. I haven't looked at any reviews or anything where people are talking about style or anything like that. As of us watching this, it was released 6 hours ago, and we are ready.
Going in this completely blind.
Completely blind.
We know the name of the song is This Is Why.
Yes.
And their album is going to be available February 10th, apparently. So hopefully they drop a few singles leading up to it, because I'd be sad if they dropped this now and then we had to wait that long for a full album.
Yes, I hope there's a few. But I'm really curious to see what style they're going with.
Yeah.
I know everybody's been talking about if they're going to harken back to the more hardcore roots of Paramore.
Mm-hmm.
More of the rock vibes, alternative. But I did also just listen to her 2 solo projects.
Which were very, very interesting.
Yes, and she was experimenting and having lots of fun with it. So I'm wondering if any of that is going to bleed into this album, or if this is just going to be I just had fun with all that. Let me get back to some of my roots really quick. I have no idea what's going to happen. And they had progressively gotten a little more like pop and indie vibes in the recent years of the progression of Paramore's music. So I have no idea. Like this could be anything. They could come out with like smooth jazz and I'd be like, okay, you know what? They hadn't touched that yet, so it makes sense.
Plus, with like the emo revival, who knows? Maybe that'll make them want to like tap back into the roots. But also maybe not. Who knows? Maybe they're like, well, we've done that obviously and made an impact with that, so we want to move on from that.
Yes.
So I don't know. I'm very interested.
Me too. So let's just go ahead, get into it, and see what the heck we are dealing with. Okay, very groovy so far.
Yeah.
If you have an opinion, maybe you should shove it, or maybe you could scream it. Might be best to keep it to yourself. This is why I don't leave the house. You say the coast is clear, but you won't catch me
That was a little more throwback than I had anticipated.
It
but
was.
with
yeah.
a good meld of the new, because it sounded like retro Pedals for Armor.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, and it would make sense because I'm pretty sure that Taylor York, who's the guitarist, helped write her solo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that they would still kind of be in that vein
Yeah.
of creating right now. But yeah, it definitely had like, it was a little bit more vintage and just a little bit more rock.
They rubbed some funk on it.
Yeah, they did. And like it was cool because of course up to this point they've learned and experimented a lot with the music, and like listening to it, there's all these like little things like going on with the guitars and stuff, like pan left and right. That's kind of just giving it like some atmosphere and everything. And that's a lot of what I noticed with Pedals for Armor, was like it was very like atmospheric, and they used all the instruments in like different ways and not just as what they're known the best for, you know what I mean?
Yes. It makes me think that they're going to try and do the kind of that same vibe on this album, where each song is its own experience, and they could pick some random cool effect that they want to focus on for an entire song. So I'm very interested to see what else comes of this. And I really enjoyed it. I liked the fact that she chose to make that retro sound, and then they still decided to put it in the video as well, just to really hearken into exactly what they were going for.
And it seems like they've really been enjoying that style.
Yeah.
Just like watching them throughout the years. Obviously since After Laughter, even then it kind of started going that direction and they just kept pushing for it. And like now it seems like they're really just, they're in it now. I love watching it. It's really interesting. And how like they shoot their videos and stuff, and like the clothes that they choose and everything like that.
I really enjoy the fact that they are backing away from what other people are going towards. It's very Paramore. Everybody else is going for like the super crisp, high definition, insanely detailed and intricate
really
videos.
like clean and
yes,
you know.
And so they were just like, let's make it fuzzy.
Yeah, let's go vintage with it.
Yeah, let's go vintage and make it fuzzy and out of focus, and do some weird angles where we can't even see the person's face. And it was just such a statement song, I think.
Yeah, and like it's interesting because of course for like their videos in the past, the videos had something to do with like the music and everything like that. But I feel like a little bit for After Laughter, her solo stuff, and then now with this, they're intertwining everything now, like as a full art display, musically, with their fashion, with the way they shoot the videos and tell stories in their videos.
Yes.
It's all like this retro throwback now. I just enjoy that they're intertwining it all together the way that they're doing it.
Yeah, I also thought it was very interesting that she went back to her OG hair color. And I remember people thinking that this was going to be way more like rock and alternative influenced because of the hair choice. But I wonder if maybe that's just when she felt more in tune with her
herself.
own emotions and with herself. And she's trying to ground herself again while still doing this thing that she loves and making music.
Yeah, I had seen today, actually, I think I read it, and she had posted a letter to the fans a few hours before dropping the video on like their Discord. I guess they have a Discord or something. And she was talking about how these last 5 years, with them taking a step back, is really needed, and how she's like, I was doing normal things like going to doctor's appointments at scheduled times,
which we know that she needs for her neck.
And she's like, and I was seeing my family and spending time with them and doing art. And it seems like all that was really good for her. And if she is actually feeling that way, then it would make sense that her hair color would kind of match that, where it's like, yeah, no, I took all this time and I feel like I finally found myself again. And then, and now it's like, this is a new era. This is like Paramore being reborn.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's really cool. So lyrically, I'm wondering exactly what was speaking to her in that moment. There's so many different things that it could be leaning into. It can seriously encompass so many things that have happened recently. Maybe this is why. Because it does cover basically everything. Everybody's at each other's throats with different like political opinions. Whatever's going on, it's like everybody's at each other's throat about everything, and it all becomes an argument all the time, everywhere you go. Even if you just open like social media. That's the vibe that I'm getting from the lyrics. It's like this is why I don't leave my house and I don't deal with anybody outside of my circle, because I want none of it.
Which is totally understandable. We also don't like to leave our house.
I know. I was like, it's us.
We just got back from Michigan like 2 days ago, and that was way out of our comfort zone.
Way out of our bubble.
But yeah, it's because things are so divided right now in so many ways. And, you could literally be like, yeah, well, I like Alfredo, so you hate marinara sauce. And it's like, well, I didn't say that, but it's like, that's what's like kind of where approaching people is just, it can be, man, people just shoving their opinions in your face. Why would you want that?
Yeah, and it's a strange time because it seems like everybody feels very passionately about the wrong things. Because if they were feeling that way about something that was like a positive change that they could make in the world, rather than like focusing on the negative that makes them upset, it makes such a huge difference.
She's also like a public figure, and there's so many times where something will happen, and then it's like, you need to say something about this. You need to use your platform and say something about this. And I can understand the mentality behind that. I do get it, but not everybody wants to. So I wonder if that's kind of her way of being like, nah, dude, I'm stepping back. This is why I stay inside. This is why I stay to myself, because I don't want to do that. I'm not here for that. Yeah,
and I don't want to get involved in like weird petty squabbles, because she's like, I just want to make music.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to vibe and live my life.
Yeah, so many of us are,
Yes, I know. Every time I'm just like, it hits home.
I feel you. Yeah, exactly.
I also think it's very interesting that they chose no choreography. Honestly, it's out of the box when they do choose choreography. But I love to just watch her vibe.
I love watching her vibe. I love watching their live performances. She's so fun to watch.
Yes, she's just so energetic.
Yeah.
And so feeling the music.
Exactly. And it just makes the music way more fun. As time has progressed, it seems like she's gotten more into that, and it's made the music more groovy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then I really enjoyed how this one obviously started out with a good groove. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they kept it throughout the song. And she definitely amped up the vocals towards the end to some of that Paramore that we are all very used to hearing. And of course, that's when we're all like, it's Hayley. Thank you for joining us, guys, especially since Paramore is one of my absolute favorites. And let us know what you thought. Do you like the direction they're taking this? What direction do you think they're going to take the album?
Yeah.
I really want to know. Also, what's your favorite Paramore song, if you have one? Or just Hayley Williams, if you want to go off solo stuff. We are very curious, and I just want to know where everybody else's love or interest lies in their music.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We also have a Patreon if you want to support us a little bit more.
Yeah, there's extra stuff over there.
Yes. Until next time,
We love you.
stay safe, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
With one look, you know something's on my mind.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.